Very good.
But I would say, if what I'm trying to accomplish is consolidating debt, utilize cash out refi if you have the equity in the home. If you want to just be able to afford regular maintenance,
right?
Okay, do a HELOC. That's something that I would do. Just have a small HELOC on your house, and you're not touching your interest rate. But I think the other thing too, though, Walker, is that should be talked about is, okay, if you're planning on living in that home for a long period of time, have you thought about investment properties? Have you thought about expanding into other avenues of real estate instead of pigeonholing yourself and saying, okay, I'm going to live in this house. I'm going to depend on my Roth IRA to cover everything. Okay, real estate appreciates pretty regularly and not making more land.
Right.
And if you can get some investment properties under your belt and then be able to sell them off eventually, that's going to probably be a better return on your investment.
That's very true. And I think we're planning on doing a investors workshop here in a couple months.
Yeah.
That we're going to do. And I think we're going to probably put out a couple episodes on investing.
Yeah. I think that's going to be good. I hope you guys like that kind of stuff because, I know there's a lot of trends, talking about the, fix and flip and, house hacking and all of these other options when it comes to real estate. And, you don't want to pigeonhole yourself if you can in one home forever unless, if it's your dream home. Not saying you can't live there forever, but there's a lot of different ways
There's a lot of ways to
money.
Skin the cat.
Yeah.
And one more thing, I know I touched on it previously, but consulting with financial and real estate professionals, I think gives you a leg up on people because the more expert advice you can get, often the more educated you are, the more informed you are, the better financial decisions you can make. So whether that's, speaking with me or speaking with Will or speaking with your accountant or your tax attorney or your tax specialist, whatever it is that helps you get in the best financial situation possible, even though it may cost you a little bit of money, often can get you a better return on investment. And I have a stat here from Clever Real Estate that says that homes sold with a realtor earned owners on average $79,000 more. So that's based off the average U.S. home, which I think is about 400,000, somewhere in that ballpark. I don't know right off the top of my head what the national average is, but that's a significant chunk of change.
Yeah,
it more than covers commission. More than covers commission.
Yeah, I think the big thing when it comes to this, guys, is, taking advantage of a real estate professional, talking to a financial advisor that you have, talking to tax professionals, having some forward thinking when it comes to selling puts you in a better spot instead of, having your house put out there and then somebody puts you an offer in and you basically get screwed because you didn't talk to anyone and you think, I know what I'm doing. I've owned a house for 30 years.